Some women don't chase, and yet they're never forgotten. There is something about their presence, or their absence, that rewires a man's internal weather. And long after she steps into her own quiet horizon, he begins to feel what he never dared to name. A man like this often believes he is untouchable. To the world, he is stone, certainty, direction. But beneath that armor lives a restless kingdom of shadows. Carl Jung understood this conflict deeply. The ego clings to strength, but the unconscious whispers a different truth. And when a certain kind of woman enters his life, those whispers grow louder. She is not defined by noise or demand. She is the archetype of the awakened feminine, the woman whose energy moves like moonlight. Soft enough to notice everything, strong enough to respond to nothing that doesn't honor her. She becomes a mirror he never asked for, revealing the parts of himself he tried his entire life to outrun. At first, he doesn't realize what her presence stirs inside him. He only senses that something has shifted, a subtle tension between desire and fear. Because a man's ego wants control, but his deeper psyche longs for transformation, and she is built from the kind of silence that exposes both. As days pass, a strange ache begins to take root within him. Not the painful kind, the haunting kind, the kind that follows him into quiet rooms, into late-night thoughts, into the space between his heartbeat and the next. This is the realm where the anima, his inner feminine, whispers truths he refuses to admit out loud. Truths like longing, vulnerability, admiration, and the craving to be truly seen. He begins to feel her absence even when she's still near, because she no longer rushes to fill the gaps in conversation, no longer bends herself to soothe his uncertainty, no longer pours her softness into hands that remain partially closed. Her energy shifts, quietly, gently, but he feels it like a storm about to break. The first emotional turning point arrives when he notices her self-containment. A rare quality, almost mythic. She does not try to extract affection. She does not negotiate for scraps. She does not chase the version of him he pretends to be. And in that stillness, his ego feels threatened. But something deeper feels awakened. He senses his own projections returning to him like echoes, the shadow revealing everything he hid behind charm, detachment, or dominance. The second turning point comes when he realizes she sees through him, not the surface, the structure beneath it. The childhood wounds tucked behind arrogance, the fears disguised as independence, the longing disguised as indifference. Her intuition slices through his defenses with terrifying accuracy, yet she never uses this insight to control him. Her compassion is steady, but her boundaries are iron. This combination disarms him in ways he cannot articulate.